This is CWO4 Victor Pinion, U.S. Navy retired, telling some stories of my naval career. This one is when I had been aboard the USS Midway CV41 for about 2 years, a little over 2 years, serving as the catapult and arresting gear and visual landing aids maintenance officer. Well, we had created the infrastructure necessary to correct the many discrepancies with the machinery that existed at the time I reported aboard. And we'd instituted that infrastructure and got it going good. Now the ship's running smoothly. Machinery breaks down much less than it had previously. Well, we're going to go on a Korean exercise, a multinational Korean exercise, and the Midway is going to be the command ship for it. So I got that word. We're going to be leaving in a couple of weeks going on that exercise. There'd be ships from several nations involved. I did what any good maintenance manager would do. I checked around, made sure we had everything we needed to make that commitment. And I discovered that there were no spare 28-inch pitch diameter arresting gear fairlead shivs on board. We had 0 spares. I checked the ship's supply. I checked my own pre-expended bins. We had none on board. And supply documents and my documents where we had ordered them showed back order. I took that over to the capsule office and got with capsule rep Dick Schumann and told him that, and we're going on this exercise, we needed some 28-inch pitch diameter fairlead ships. He got on the phone, he called his resources, his boss back in San Diego and down in Subic Bay in the Philippines and at Lakehurst, New Jersey, and he discovered that there were none in the supply system on the planet. Every American aircraft carrier that used that particular size fairlead shiv is in trouble when they run out, when these existing shivs wear out, because there were none in the supply system on the planet anywhere, and there wasn't even a contract out to make any more, and it's a pretty involved procedure to make those things. It takes a while. I go back and I brief my boss, Lieutenant Hank Davidson, who's the V2 division officer, and the air boss. And we went up talking with the air boss. The boss called the skipper. And we all went talk with the skipper, and the skipper says, okay, Vic, draft up your CAS rep message and send it out and we'll get some of those shivs. Meanwhile, Dick Schumann is calling around to see if anybody happens to have any in their pre-expended bin or any laying somewhere that people don't know about. Nobody can find any. I took my CAS rep message back up through the chain, through the air boss, to the captain. The captain had the ops boss there, and the supply boss, and the air boss and me. The ops boss says, you can't CAS rep. So what's wrong with the machine now? I said, nothing. We just can predict when these shivs are going to wear out, then we're going to have to pull water off the deck. We don't want to do that during this operation. So he said, well, nothing wrong with the machine now. You can't CAS rep. You don't have a casualty. So the captain, after talking that over a little while, said, okay, Vic, go back, draft a plain language, up immediate message, and put some of the, and he said, I like the way you told it in the narrative on this CAS rep message. Do that. And put some of these high-powered people on there, like you got on the CAS rep message. Okay, so I went back and I did that. He had the air boss release that message because it's after hours, or that night, it should hit the fan. As people got that message, it's an immediate message. That means people all over the world that this message is addressed to have to take action on it immediately. And there are none of these shivs in the system. And there's not a contract to have any more made. Shit rolls downhill, the highest ranking admirals chewed out lesser ranking ones who chewed out lesser ranking ones. Our battle group commander on board, the admiral, chewed the air boss out and threatened him mightily. And so the air boss was shook up on that, and he come back and he had an all-officers meeting from the air department, and he said, no, I'm not blaming Vic for this, but we can't do this kind of stuff anymore. And he starts telling about the shit. I said, boss, we've done nothing wrong. We're the only ones that are right in this matter. We're the only ones that have done everything correctly. When we ran out of ships, we ordered more. When the ship supply department ran out more, they ordered more. This ship is in perfect shape as far as us following all the procedures we're supposed to do. We've gone overboard to get these ships. And we've discovered there are none on the planet. Now somebody's going to have to cannibalize a ship that's in the yards or in port or something back in the States and get us some ships. And I think this message will do that. Now, so a bunch of people chew each other out. That's a bunch of people that don't know what the hell they're doing. Now, yes, they're admirals, but they don't have the message. We're correct. And they're going to get us some ships. Well, sure enough, they found a bunch of ships at Newport News, Virginia, that had been placed there for installation on a ship that was under construction. And they put them on an airplane, and they had Master Chief Jim Rice from the aircraft handling team from coming over PAC ride on top of those ships on that airplane across the Pacific and deliver them directly to me on the ship. Okay, we got our ships, we made the deployment, it went smoothly, no sweat. Now, after that deployment, we put a couple of weeks in port, and then we make a deployment. We're going to the Indian Ocean. We pulled into Pattaya Beach, Thailand, for a port call, and the AirPac assist team was going to come aboard the ship to do a little assist visit for us, which is routine. Lieutenant Dave Deese was the officer in charge of that, and he asked me, he said, "Hey, big man, the shit was hitting a fan about them shivs. You want to tell me about that?" So I did. He had not gotten a full story on it, but he knew that his Master Chief had to go ride those shivs and deliver them to me by name. So now he understood. Says, "Thanks, Vic." That's the end of the story. Y'all carry on.